Good morning, friends. It's Julie Norman, and today is Tuesday for me. It might be Tuesday for you. It might be Friday when I put this out. I usually go off and go thrift store shopping, but I'm trying not to. I do have a diabetic appointment. Another thing is that yesterday I had a flare-up. I haven't had one for a while. So it was a really tough day yesterday. I had oh, it was just hard. Today, I had to go back inside twice because at first I forgot what did I forget? Oh, I forgot my camera, and I usually bring this with from appointments. This is my journal for all my medical stuff. So I always jot down notes from my appointments, and then the next one, I grabbed the wrong car key. So, I'm already tired and I haven't even set off. So this is kind of the reality of living with chronic illnesses, and I'm actually seriously considering seeing if I could get a handicapped sticker. Not that I would use it all the time, but just for days like this when I'm already tired before I start, and any extra movement is going to make me more tired. So it's just trying to be more functional, being able to go out and do things, worrying about how far do I have to walk to go into something, into a store or whatever. So we'll see. I don't know if I quite qualify yet, but I've been looking and I'm borderline. So let's get going. It's getting warm in the car, starting to sweat. So let's get going. All right, so I'm in line to get the, valet parking at the St. Vincent Clinic here in downtown Billings. I know I could park and walk. Today, like I said, I am not doing well, and I'm choosing to do the valet parking that they have for free, which is a wonderful service. And another issue for me, I think I mentioned it before, is that outwardly I don't look like I could be handicapped or in need of assistance. People will profile you and say, well, you look fine. Why do you need to have valet parking? I mean, they say here anybody could use it, which is fine. Sometimes it just saves time. So they've encouraged me to use it before. It's hard for me to want to accept the fact that I need help sometimes, and also to know that some people might be there judging me, thinking that I don't look like I need help. I have to admit, in the past, I've done the same thing. I have actually saw somebody pull up in a handicap spot with a handicap permit, and they looked fine. And this was like maybe 20 years ago, and I'm like, I looked at them funny, and I did that. I didn't say anything, but I was thinking that why do they have a handicap parking thing? There's a lot of diseases and things wrong with things that cause issues to people that aren't visible. And yes, the handicap parking thing has the wheelchair, and maybe the symbol needs to change, because people assume that a handicap means you have a wheelchair or you have something major that you can't walk physically like that. But for me, it's not visible. I mean, I've got joint pains. When I got out for my previous stop, my knee is just not wanting to work. So I don't know. How do you make it visible? Or do you just try to raise awareness of the fact that I have issues that aren't visible, so try not to judge. I'm almost actually thinking about getting a cane too for times like this, for doing stairs. A year ago, I would never think that would be the case. Okay, I think they're going to come and get for me, and then we'll go in. Okay, so finally made it into the room and got my initial check-in, waiting for the doctor. I don't think I'm going to record anything during my appointment because I think it'd be awkward, and I don't think whatever. So they did take my Dexcom and read it. So what's my number at? 161 and rising. It's because I just had some sushi. And so I will check in with you right after the appointment. Well, it's Thursday now. I didn't get back to putting an update on. I just got home and I was tired because I still had that flare-up going on. I've just been tired this whole week. My body's felt so heavy, like it's an effort to just do anything, get out of my chair, go and I can't really do the stairs because my knees don't want to work. It's painful to go up the stairs. So I haven't done laundry all week. And I have a new symptom that I haven't had before. My left armpit here is sore. I did a little Googling and they said it might be due to maybe lymph node swelling. But the weird thing is with all my symptoms, they always start on the left side first and then they'll gradually go to the right. Because one of my tests of whether I'm reacting, my first thing is my left hand. And usually I won't be able to close it. Like right now, I can't quite close my fist. If I do, it's really painful. I don't really want to be a complainer on all this, but just to let you know that this is kind of weird. Usually when I have a flare-up, since I've been doing the AIP autoimmune protocol diet, it only lasts maybe a day or so, and the next day I'm better. So I don't know what's going on. It's just living life with chronic illnesses, and I don't know. Maybe it is the change in weather, maybe it has some stress, or I ate something bad, but usually that clears up faster. I don't know. The game, which disease is it and why? I don't think we ever get satisfactory answers. But the good news is that my doctor said, she is an NP at the diabetic clinic. She said, I got an A+, my numbers look great, my A1C is down, and I actually lost 7 pounds, if you can believe that, since the diet. Hi, Escher. Escher wants to be pet. If you can hear his nails clicky-clacking. He's such a good companion. I guess I'm just giving you a health update in a way. When looking at, I want to find a way to make some money. And the easiest way to make money is to get a real job, a regular job where someone pays you, because then they take care of all the taxes and you show up and they give you a paycheck and then you go home. But I was looking at the Stillwater County Library was looking for a part-time clerk. So I'm like, I always wanted to work in a library. And so I looked at the description and it made me tired. In the past, that would have been like, oh, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that and that. No problem. They should hire me. But now I'm thinking you have to lift something over 50 pounds. You have to be attentive to this. And all that stuff was like, I don't think I can do that mentally and physically. And I'm thinking, if I can't even do a library job, how am I going to survive in life? What if something happens to my husband? I sometimes just feel like a freeloader because I can't earn my keep kind of way. I know that, and I'm not really good at taking the care of the house because so many times, like this week, I haven't done laundry all week because I simply can't go up and down the stairs to do the laundry. So I just feel like I need to find a way to make it work where I can make some kind of an income. And, it may not be to the point of where I can live on it right now until we figure out and get me more normalized with this illness, if there is a normalized way. So that is why I'm really ramping up my eBay. I'm starting to list a little bit more, and I am also doing some more of the shop booth. I did excellent last month. It's not a lot of profit though for the amount of work you put in. Anyway, so that's my thoughts today. I know it's a little rambly. I'd love to hear from other people if you also suffer from chronic illnesses or having limited mobility, limited time, limited ability to do anything. You don't have to have a chronic illness to have this issue, or you just have circumstances that make it difficult to be able to have a traditional job. I'd love to hear some tips of how you handle that and what has been working or not working for you. I am really actually fortunate to have the opportunity right now to have that shop booth. It does keep me going. It helps me to get out there because sometimes I watch my video and go, that makes me tired. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, let's get out there. So energy ebbs and flows. And then I'm really fortunate to have this YouTube channel with all of you who are watching and supporting and enjoying the journey. It helps me to have that so I'm not so lonely, because right now it's hard to meet a friend. My friend wanted to meet with me for lunch this week and I'm like, I'm not functioning well. Can we do next week? So it puts the friendship on a back burner and it's difficult too. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did ask my NP what she thought if I should look at getting a handicapped parking sticker just for the times where I have a flare. Because she was seeing me, she's like, "Oh, you need something," and she said that of course she's not the one to go through, and I knew that. I just wanted to get her opinion because she has always been so supportive. And she said, yeah, definitely check with my regular doctor or my rheumatologist. So when I go in next, I'm going to start that conversation. It's only for those days where it's painful to move or very difficult to move and I can't get a close spot. Uh, I never thought I would be to that point. I went to the grocery store or someplace yesterday and I was still tired. It was an effort to get out of the car and walk to the grocery store. And for the first time in my life, I looked at those motorized cart and I thought, that looks like a good idea. And I didn't, because I also felt like, yeah, I can walk. But then I'm thinking, I can walk, but I'm going to get home and be totally exhausted and not functioning. So why don't I take the aids that are available? But then there's also the point where, like I said, a year ago, I would never have considered that I would be to the point where those kind of things looked good to me. And it's a difficult thing to accept the fact that those kind of things might be there for me now, not for those other people who can't, don't have mobility. I'm starting to be those people. And I am not yet 50 years old. So thank you for letting me vent a little bit. I should be thankful for the opportunities and the things that are out here. I'm fortunate to live in the U.S. where we have such good support for each other and compassion and awareness. We have a ways to go, but we are so far along than other countries. So yeah. So that's what I have to date. I know it was not my typical thrifting and going out day. I just not able to do that. I'm not even gonna go garage sailing this weekend because I just don't have the energy, and if I do, I need to catch up on my work at home. So thank you so much for coming along with this journey and this ramble, and maybe it helps somebody who's going through the same thing to go through and thinking about it and be okay with the fact that and accepting that you're not gonna be like you used to be, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. And that's what I have to say. So thank you so much for watching and have a joyful day. Goodbye.